Hello YouTube, Ford360 here. Today we're taking a major step in fixing up my truck. We are going to make the entire bed look like this when I get done with it. That's right, we're putting Herculiner on the bed of the truck to keep it from rusting and add durability to it. It says you can paint over it. We might end up doing that as well because this entirely black would probably clash with blue up here, but blue up like everywhere. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it looks when it comes out. But this is just going to be all the prep work that you need to get done first before you can even put it on there. Because obviously you don't want to put bed liner on here because you still have the rust there. So we're going to take the entire bed of the truck down to bare metal. Now it's a very good idea to do this inside because if it happens to rain, or really if there's any excessive moisture at all that hard work you just did, it'll go back to looking kind of like this. So find a dry area that you can take your whole bed down to bare metal. If it's not rusty like this, you can just paint over it. You just go over it if it's just like paint. But since this is rusty, we're going through the entire bed of the truck just for excuse me, safety. So it'll prevent the rust. And another thing is, this truck sits low in the front naturally. It's just how it is. So water pools in the bed. And a lot of trucks I see, what'll end up happening is I'll just end up seeing like this weld all across the bed right up here, but not anywhere else. It's because they rust out right here with all the water and moisture. See that area right there? This is my spare tire holder, and it rusted out at the bottom because it couldn't get rid of all the stuff that was in it. And we had to weld in a new patch for the hole that was there because of the rust hole. Yeah. So anyway, guys, let's get to work. Alright, so what are you going to want to have to do this? Not in the line of like your grinder. Let's say you already have your grinder. We have a wire wheel on the end. So you're going to want, of course, some long pants and boots, because that stuff will fly off. It's guaranteed. It's going to fly off eventually in little pieces. And I find them all over myself when I get done doing this. They're like lodged in here. Without that would have just hit my skin and I would have been really hurting. Another thing you're going to want to wear is some gloves, but also eye protection, because I use this for my eye protection and glasses on top of that. I don't know if that would make much of a difference, but I always can kind of hear the wire wheel, little bits fraying off and then hitting that, and it isn't subtle. It's a little loud, so it's definitely nice to have that while you're using it. I'm just using the welder's mask because that's all we have, and I can just flip that down and I'll be able to see what I'm doing. Not very good, but it'll work well, very well for what we're doing. So with that said, I'm out of the sun for once. I had to clean up this part of our garage, so I'm sorry, parent. You're also going to want some ear protection. This is going to get loud, and if you were just using a cutoff wheel for a little bit, this wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be a big deal to not wear these, but I'm going to be running this for a while, so it's necessary to have these, or else if you enjoy being deaf, by all means. I didn't think this through. Alright, so another thing you're probably going to want to wear is a mask for this. You can see all the dust I'm kicking up. I'm going to have to go find something, because I don't want to be breathing this in. But this is kind of what we're shooting for right here. Just get it down to bare metal. And the bed liner will not stick to a smooth surface. This by no means is smooth, so we're good. This is making it nice and rough. So yeah, I'm gonna go get a mask or something. Alright, so here's the work we have done so far. I know it looks a little worse on camera, but it isn't. That isn't bad. It's down to bare metal for the most part. Now, the reason I don't have my camera set up as I'm doing this is because I see a bunch of like metal, like all these little pieces coming off that wire wheel, and it's hitting me and like getting stuck in my clothing. So I don't want it to hit the camera and damage it, because this is the only one I have really. So I'm gonna not record while I'm doing it, but I will show progress updates. Now, we haven't done the sides or anything. We're just tackling down here first, but we kind of started over there, and we kind of started right here just to see how it is. It's nice and smooth, but we'll rough it up a little bit. Over here, though, it's all nice and rough because it's just the pitting, sadly. So yeah, we're gonna keep slugging away at it. Alright guys, so I did not get done with the sides. I started over here, but I ran out of wire wheel, unfortunately. Like, that's all that's left. That was brand new when I started. So I'm gonna have to get a new one, but essentially I'll show you this all done in the next episode, but you guys kind of gotta get it down to this bare surface metal. This is not rust, this is just a little discolored. You want your whole bed looking like that and have a little bit of coarseness to it, so it's the bed liner sticks to it. And I'll show you next time how to prep it even more before you put it on there, because let's just say dust does not stick, well, excuse me, the bed liner will not stick to this with a dirty surface, so I'll show you how to get this all cleaned off perfectly. I did use a vacuum for all the big stuff, but you want to go over it all and make it like dust free, so you have the best stick for it, for the bed liner. Also, this side of this wheel hub here, not wheel hub, I don't know, this area right here, I'm having a brain fart, excuse me. That's kind of what it's looking like before. No, I already kind of started over there, but you can see it's like the paint doesn't look very great. And here it's just all across. Now, this like lighter stuff, darker stuff, excuse me, is probably just from the rust. I don't think it is rust anymore, but it's just discolored all through like that. So, yeah, I'll show you the final steps of cleaning this out and preparing it in the next video. Then I'll show you how to layer it all on here.